Okay. We came to an agreement to have this discussion. Being told people are being not so careful when it comes to. Okay, let me start over. All right, and this is how it is. This is what I'm picking up on. I don't want to talk about it, they say. The positive spectrum of this conversation is you do not need to have sex with anybody. Okay. The positive spectrum on this discussion is you do not need to force yourself or to be forced to have sex for somebody to like you. We do have tarot cards today, yes. Parents out there, have this conversation with your children, okay? If you don't, they're going to hear it at school. There's fear everywhere, everywhere. Why do we need to have fear when it comes to this conversation? There shouldn't be. I've seen and heard many different versions on how you can have this conversation. So have it with your children, and we're going to move on from that. Okay. Okay. That's my door. God is good. So adults, okay, let's be responsible about it. We often hear, I didn't want to get pregnant, or I don't want to get pregnant. But they're not stopping it, right? They're not using protection. They're not on birth control. They're not buying the condoms over and over and over again. Well, I didn't mean to. How do you not mean to? That's always been a question of mine. Now, there is times where birth control doesn't work, but I'm not here to talk about that. God bless me. Okay. And no, I'm not sick. Get some fresh air today. Right? There's not much more I can say on that other than hear me out. Okay. Hear me out. Let me know how you feel about this. Okay. You do not have to legally get married to be married, right? You do not have to go to the courthouse to sign a piece of paper to say you're married. And I know there's a lot of people that agree with me on that. Okay. Once you are in a committed relationship, okay, then have sex, right? Once you feel okay to have sex, if you have doubt on any certain level, on any level whatsoever about having sex with the person, and this goes to female and males, okay? It's not just females. Don't have it. If you're feeling like, I shouldn't be doing this, then don't do it. If you say no, no means no. Don't say it jokingly. Don't say it playfully. Just say, no, I don't want to. Now, there is some people that like to go to the court and have their paper and be married and it be in the legal system, and that's fine. Make sure you're doing the right thing on that, too. There's a lot of people that think there is a lot. There's a lot of people that go and feel like if they're not having sex with the person they love, that person's going to leave them. That is not okay. I used to be one of them. Okay? I used to be a sex addict. Absolutely. Now I'm not. You know, God took that away from me too. However, if you have the chance to go over your testimony with somebody, do it. You know? Absolutely. I was raped as a child and I was molested as a child. I was raped as a child, and it grew to a point where I felt the need that I had to have sex with people to feel validated, to feel loved, to be recognized, right? And then I got older and realized it wasn't like that, but I still had an addiction to it. Okay, and then the addiction turned to money. So then what else comes with that? You know, not all the time, but a girl that's addicted to sex and then addicted to making bigger amounts of money turns into a call girl, which is a nice word for a prostitute. You know, God took that away from me too. You know, I've had 3 sexual partners in a year's time. Okay? That is good. And you know what? There is only 2 sexual partners in there that I really felt comfortable with. Okay, make that 1. Okay. And I still did it because I thought I was in love, right? Know yourself before you get to know somebody else. All right. Moving on. So don't have sex until you're married, right? To me is don't have sex until you're committed, a real committed relationship, not one that's a week long and the second date you're having sex. That's not, you don't even, I shouldn't even have to talk on that, right? But I do. I have to. If you guys are dating somebody, have a rule, set boundaries. Okay. We were watching TV, some movie, and they had 7 dates, right? It was a 7-date. When I get to that 7th date, I will feel comfortable about having sex, right? Who's to say that? Don't even do that. Again, this is all about getting to know who you are as an individual, right? When you are single. So then you can move on and have sexual relations, have intimacy. And by the way, you can be intimate without having sex. Okay. Don't go out looking for sex. Don't go out looking for a partner just to have sex. Because what you're doing is turning one addiction into another addiction. Okay. Codependency has a lot to do with that too. Okay. If you feel like you're codependent, more often than not, you have a sexual desire too. Okay. And this is why your parents teach you at a young age, don't be having sex with somebody until you're married. You know, even now, even the generation we have now, even the kids at a younger age now, they feel like it's an in thing to do, right? I never thought I'd be that one saying, oh, it's the in thing to do, but it is. Okay. Right. Don't put a value on your worth because you are priceless. Okay. You as an individual are priceless. Stop pretending you need somebody to make you whole. Okay, you should feel whole as an individual before you feel whole with a partner. This is why we have masculine and feminine. So do you feel whole? Most people are going to say no. Tomorrow I could say no, and today I can say yes. Today I can say no, and tomorrow I can say yes. Does it take another person to make you feel whole? No. It takes you to make yourself feel whole. Quiet silence. They did not see this video coming. I love you, God. The Three of Wands. Your journey. You chose a direction. Now follow through with that direction. It's time for you to understand that your wands are not just strength and courage. It is about your journey. It is about your destiny. We have the opportunity to tell you when you'll fall in love, how you'll fall in love, who you'll fall in love with, sometimes even their name. But don't you want to love yourself first?